crafting friends, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and Monty and I are so happy that you're with us tonight. Oh my goodness. We see Marilyn and Lisa have already hopped on, and Anne. Woo! Party in the house tonight. We are going to be making a gatefold with a little bit of a twist. And so we hope you like this card tonight. Now, when you hop on, I know we know a lot of you, but if you're watching the rebroadcast, take a moment, leave a comment, and let us know where you're checking in from. What state? What's the weather? We would love to know because we love to know our crafting friends. So make sure that you let us know where you're from. And you know what else we would love to know? I would love to know, are you a newbie in crafting cards? Have you done it for 30 years? Have you done it for 5 years? Monty and I would love to know. Now, Monty is in the chat room, and she is my sister, and we go on this creative journey together. So talk with her, chat with her. I'm going to be making cards, and I'm just so excited. And Sis says we are live. Woohoo! I want to welcome everyone. Lisa, Anne, I think I already said that. Marilyn, so happy that you're with us. Well, let me show you the card. Now, this is a sample of the card. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now, that is a sample. We're going to make a little bit different. We're going to make 2 cards tonight together, so we hope that you stay with us. Enjoy your time. Remember, you don't have to worry about taking down all the measurements, because all you have to do, give me about an hour. Hey, Carol, welcome. Give me about an hour to get everything fixed and put it onto our website. Now, if you check below the video and you see like something that you want, check below the video. I'm going to start putting the supplies below the video because that's just what I'm going to do. So the measurements will be over on our website, but the supplies will be below the video. So we invite you to do that. Brr, oh my gosh, somebody said, oh my goodness, it's 11 now. It's supposed to go to 2. Yikes. Well, oh my goodness, that's just terrible. Well, while we're waiting for a few more people to hop on, I just have to tell you a funny story. Monty and I went to Phoenix, Arizona last weekend. And we flew, and we were driving in a rental car. And, as luck would have it, all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe me, I was pushing different buttons and the flashers came on. So here's 2 women trying to figure out how to turn the flashers off while I accidentally hit the button and turned the windshield wipers on. So it's like Monty said, well, it's a good thing we did that because we looked like 2 crazy women and people would stay away from us. So has that ever happened to you? I'm telling you, a rental car is so different than your car. Drives me crazy. So anyway, let's head down to the crafting table. Let's get started because we have 2 cards to make. Hello from Canada, Crafty Girl. And we went on Instagram and Facebook and invited everybody. So we hope to have some new people hop on. So here's the card that we're going to make. Now, is this not adorable? We have cut out this hole and you open it up and look at that. But I'm also going to teach you this technique right here. This is a pretty cool technique that you will want to make sure and learn how to do that. Now make sure you stay with us to the end because we have another card that I want to show you after we make our 2 cards. But, I try to have everything ready, right? I hope I have everything ready. So, here we go. The first thing you're going to need to create your base card. Now remember, this is a gatefold. So you want to cut it 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score the ends because it's a gatefold. So let's go ahead and bring in our trimmer and let's score it at 2 1/8. Just 2 1/8. With your own car. Carol said that's the same thing that happened to her. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm going to blame that it was a rental car. but it could certainly have happened to my car. Half the time we can't figure out how to get the windshield wipers to come on. They're supposed to come on automatically, but maybe they're not on fast enough. I don't know. Who knows? So we have scored this at 2 1/8 on both sides. So let's go ahead and bring in our bone folder. You know, it's always important, right, to give it a good crease. So bring in that bone folder, or you can use whatever you want to use, the back side of a pair of scissors. But it's nice to have a bone folder, isn't it? And here you go. Now, I will give you a little tip on this. If for some reason your panels stick, just put it in the trimmer and slice off about a 1/16 of an inch, and that will make sure that it opens and closes just perfectly. Now, I went ahead and I cut our panels because you're going to need 2 panels. And I better have 2 panels here because oh, there it is. I was going to say, now wait a minute. Okay, so we're going to give ourselves a generous margin. You can see. So I went ahead and cut these panels 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 because I wanted a really nice border. Now on this one, you can see it doesn't have a very big border. And I think it looks better with a bigger border. So, I know, Lisa, it's been forever. I'm telling you, we are so excited to be with our crafty friends again, chatting and just having a good time. Oh. So if I seem a little more hyper than normal, it's because of that. I'm so excited to have y'all to talk to and chat with about our crafting. We love it. Now, oh, look at that. Don't you love this paper? This is that DSP that you can get free because remember, the free celebration is going away at the end of September, but you order enough and you can get this free. Love this paper. So let's get this laid down. Okay. So here you go. Let me know if you have made this type of card before. And the way you can let me know in the chat room, just pick the first emoji that you have and just click that button and put it in the chat room and we'll know that yes, you've made a gatefold. But have you done the next thing that we're going to do to make it with a twist? Okay, so we're going to need to get our whatever this thing is called. The boss, right? Yes, I know what it's called. It's called the boss. That's what we call it. And what we need to do is, this time I want a circle cut out. So we are going to close our gatefold and we are going to get some repositional tape. Now we love this tape right here. And this is called highlighter tape, and you can use this piece of tape over and over again so you don't have to worry about it. It's really not that expensive considering that you can use it over and over again. So go ahead and line it up just like this and put your thing. Put your little piece of tape right here just on one side because now, well, you know what, I think I'm going to get one more piece of tape. Just take this tape off. I'm going to put it right here. And now I'm going to open it up and we're going to run it through our embossing machine just like this. You only cut one side at a time. So let's go ahead and just get this run through and get this cut. And let me see what this looks like. So here it is. Now, what you want to do is go ahead, before you take that tape off, go ahead and close it. Grab you some more tape. Where's my tape? I think I need a keeper. Do y'all ever feel like you need a keeper? That things just magically disappear in your craft room? I think it's a gremlin that does it. I don't know. Monty and I are going to have to give him a name. So now we have this taped right here. So now we want to go ahead and take the tape off of this side And however you want to do that, I'm just going to, oops, I'm going to hold this, and I'm just going to get the tape off. And I like to store mine right here. I don't know where you put your tape, but that's a good place, and that way you have it. So now I can open up this side and pull out this cut part. And I have this exactly where I need it. Just open it up and let's run it through the machine. Love this card. This is such a great card. No matter what DSP or pattern paper you use, it is great. Love it. And you know, this gives us a reason, right, to use our pattern paper. So now I'm just going to put this to the side for just a second. And let's pop this out. Let's get our tape. And it does kind of, you know, stick it on there. So just be prepared for that. But that's okay. It does not tear your paper at all. Now, if you're interested in that, you can go over to our website and you can click on faves, our faves, and we have a link to get that. It's on Amazon. So we love that. And now look at what we have. Here we have this, just perfectly cut. So now let's get this put together. Now, here is our page that we're going to put right here. Now, because we're going to stamp something right here, you need to just put it exactly where you want it, close it, and now take a pencil just so that you know where to stamp. That's the important thing, right? And we're just going to draw a light circle. And then you can take it out. And now we know the area that we want to make sure and stamp in. Let's see. Okay. Look at the stamp I'm going to use. I told you it was not that Southwest one. Oops. Drop some of my leaves. It's this one. How many of you have used this stamp set? This is the cutest little cat. Now, I'm not a cat person, I'm a dog person. Who else is a dog person? Say yay if you're a dog person. It doesn't matter though, because this cat is so cute. So we're going to stamp him, but before we do that, remember I said I was going to show you a technique? Well, let me show you this technique. We're going to take our sentiment and we are going to stamp it right in the center. Now I'm going to use Memento. If I can find the, oh, there it is. If I can find the Memento, we're just going to tap, 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 tap. And I really only have one chance to get this right because I'm not going to put it in the Stamparatus. So we're just going to put it right there. And I'm just going to hold it so that we can transfer that ink, right? And, oh, there we have it. Now comes the trick. Let me show you what we're going to do. Let me see if I can get just a little closer. Okay, so here we have it. Now we're going to take that purple tape and we are going to use it as a mask. We're going to make sure we have enough. And we're just going to, because it does need to be kind of big, right? So we're just going to put it over the happy birthday. And now I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus and we are going to stamp over that. And it leaves the cutest little area. So let's just get that. Let me get my magnets going so it doesn't move. Let me bring in my cat and we're just going to put him right over the words. So let's put him right here. And there we have it. Press it and now bring in the Memento. And we're going to tap, tap, tap. And now it doesn't matter, right? How, you don't have to get the ink really heavy on your stamp because we have it in the Stamparatus. And we are going to stamp it several times. Look at that. Now, you may have wanted to put it down just a little bit, But I like that. That's cute. I'm going to stamp it one more time. Okay, perfect. And now we're going to take this out. We are going to take this off. Now, if you feel more comfortable coloring this in while you still have the tape on, you can do that too. But it doesn't bother me. I think I can get a pretty straight line. So I'm just going to peel this off. And look at that. Is that not cute? Look at that. How cute is that? Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go back. Oops. I always go the wrong way, don't I, when I'm trying to get this. Okay, we're going to go back. And now we're going to bring in our blends. Now we're going to use Real Red, and we're going to use Pumpkin Pie and Cajun Craze. So let's go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and do our yellow. We're going to do our Cajun Craze on our dots. And just get those colored. This is the cutest stamp set. Now the next one it's not a fun card, it's more of a sentimental card. So let's do his little topper right there, and we'll go ahead and do a little bit of his hat in this Cajun Craze. And now let's bring in our Real Red. So we're just going to get this colored and go around those circles. Go up and down, up and down. And you know, I like to use the brush nib, this big thick one, right? Because it really flows quickly. Oh, I missed those circles. Now, remember, if you are watching from the rebroadcast, stay with us because we have another card that we will show you at the end that we won't be making. We just have it just waiting to show y'all, and it's quite pretty. Okay, I'm going to go around those circles. And I like this. Now, we've made it past Valentine's Day, right? We're moving into St. Patrick's Day. So, and that brings me to when we are having our next YouTube Lives. Well, let me tell you, I have this calendar right here. Our next YouTube Lives will be on March the 2nd and the 16th. So make sure that you mark your calendars. If you haven't already, we will be here then. Now I'm going to go ahead and color his little body with that Cajun Craze. Just kind of go over that. And just create a straight line. Now I'm going to bring in some pumpkin pie just to shade it a little bit. Because you know I like to shade. Okay. Okay, and now I think we'll go ahead and we will color this balloon. And it's okay if you go outside where you marked. It's just, you know, the focal point, make sure that you stay within that area so that you'll be able to see it on the cutout right here. Okay, let's color this, and then we're going to bring in some cherry cobbler to do a little bit of shading. Oops, I see his little paw right there. We got to get that, and that's his tail sticking up. So we're going to do a little bit of shading right here. Here we go, and let's get this. And now we have to erase it, right? And we love our eraser. So let's just get this erased. And look at that. You still have plenty of room to write your message. Isn't that adorable? I love focusing on the sentiment right there. And I can't see the likes because I can only see the chat room, but I see that Monty thanked everyone. Thank you so much. That means so much to us when you click that button. Thank you, thank you. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Now, because this is a fun fold, and it's a gatefold fun fold, it does kind of open up. So we are going to create what we call a belly band, right? Look at that. How cute is that? So just a real quick belly band to go right here so that it stays. Now I'm going to try to see if I go away. Nope. Why can't I remember that? Go away and then come in to make it closer. Who knows? Okay. So what I've done is I cut a strip that is 9 by 1 3/4. And I'm just, the way I get my belly band just right is I just put it like on my grid paper, line this up right in the center, and then I just go around it like this. Now, you don't want it too tight because it's hard to get off. So I bring in my bone folder, give it a really good crease. Now, this is going to go to the back, or it could go to the front if you want it to. I'm just going to bring in some glue, put that right there, and glue this down. Now make sure you have it exactly straight and hold it for just a second. Hey Judy, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so now we have that part of the belly band. And all I have done is I went ahead and I stamped this. It's the best day because it's your birthday. Now, I do have this coordinating color to go over it because I think that would be pretty. But it's kind of flat, right? And we've talked about this on our videos before. See how flat it looks? Now, keep that in mind because we're just very quickly going to bring in the boss again. And we are going to run it through one of our, right here. I'm going to run it through this beautiful embossing folder. Can you see that? Look at that. It's kind of busy, but oh, it's so beautiful. And just go ahead, put it right through. Now on this one, you do need another plate. Get our plates out and run it through. Okay. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Now look at that. Can you see that? Doesn't that have more interest than just the plain paper? Oh my goodness, I think so. So let's go ahead and just take that off. Now we only need a little bit. So we're just going to mark it, and we know about that much. And you could put it in, but I'm just going to snip it. Snip it straight across. Okay. We're going to lay this down with our adhesive. And then we're going to raise up our sentiment. Now, I don't know if I can go back in the comments, but who knows what I'll do. So I don't know if anyone answered, but let us know, how long have you been involved in crafting? It doesn't have to be cards, just crafting. Are you a newbie, or you've been here forever, 10 plus years, 5 plus years? Monty and I would love to know. So here you go. It's the best day. Now we're going to set this up on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and do that. It would be fun to see how many years we all have together. I bet if you put your years on there, I bet we easily have over 200 years with all our people who are watching. Now that's some real crafting experience, right? Okay, so we're just going to lay this down right in the center. And we have our first card. Now, you know something else I want to add on this? What do we like to add? We like to add some Wink of Stella. This really makes it pop. So let me get that and then I'll show you. Oh, boy, it's quite juicy. In fact, it's leaking. Yikes. Wow. Let me blow on that just a second. Let's see if we can see it sparkle. Oh, there's the sparkle. And it also darkens it. I like that. So let's go ahead and put this right on the top. And here is our first card. Now, so many times, a lot of people make our cards and they put them over on our Facebook page, and we would love to see that. So if you make these cards, post it over there because, like I always say, we learn from you. So let's move right into our second card. Now, our second card, oh my goodness, I have everything here. It is using this beautiful DSP. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Now, I went ahead and I cut the panels, and this is called Fancy Flora. 21 years, but you've done crafts since you were a kid. That's right. Hey, Beverly. See, I'm telling you, we start adding up all these years, and I think we have all the answers. Right? Okay, so here's our two panels that we're going to use. Now we have to bring in our trimmer, and let's go ahead, and I'm getting all this out of the way. Let's go ahead and score it on each side, 2 1/8. So I'm going to put it in 2 1/8. Now, how many times have you ever done this? You accidentally cut it instead of creased it, right? Scored it. Oh my goodness, I have done that so many times. Stamping for 10, crafting since you were a little girl. Hey, Linda, welcome. Now, let's make sure that I did this right. Okay, we're going to bring in our bone folder. And don't you love it? Isn't it like therapy? You can just come in your craft room and get lost, right? I know it. It's so easy to do that. And then sometimes, have you ever lost your mojo? Uh-oh. That has definitely happened to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? So you know what I do? I go back to our Pinterest page, and I just start rolling through all our cards. And then it comes back to me. So that's why Pinterest is such a good idea, because you get to post all your cards there, and they're there, and it's almost like a catalog, right? I love Pinterest. Of course, I have other boards on Creative Moments by G. You should check it out. Fun boards that aren't just cards. Gives you lots of ideas for parties and fun. Now look at that. Isn't that pretty? Flirty flamingo with that cardstock. Really beautiful. Now on this one, we're going to do a little bit differently. We are going to cut a diamond out. We're going to cut a diamond. So we've simply taken a square and we've put it like a diamond. And we hope that we have enough. I'm just wondering if that's going to be too big. Let me see. Let me just check over here. I'm wondering if it shouldn't be a smaller one, because that really didn't give us much room. However, I am using a sentiment stamp. Now this one we're going to do just a little bit differently. I'm checking on our sentiment that we're going to show through. I'm a little bit worried that this is going to make it very flimsy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the smaller square. Even though it's small, you might not be able to see the entire stamp that I'm going to stamp inside, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's bring in our tape. I'm going to get it off the boss, our embossing machine. I'm going to line up these points right here on the fold. And we're going to do the right side first. And we'll just straighten that out. Now we're going to bring in our embossing machine and get this cut. See how fast these cards are? These are very fast cards. And they're not hard at all. And it really does. It really makes such a pretty card. And let's get this through. And then remember, you leave that die on there. Blessings to you, crafty girl. I'm glad you had your crafts to help you. Okay, now remember, we need to go ahead and close this, right? And now we need to put our tape on this side before we take everything apart. So I'm just going to grab me some more tape. And you can use this tape over and over again. So I know it looks like I'm using a lot, but I'm just going to add it to my embossing machine, and we'll use it over. We'll use it tomorrow and actually for weeks to come, really. Okay, now this is the part that you really need to be careful. We need to go ahead and, excuse me, get the tape. Come on. There we go. I'm going to move it. We're going to lift this one up. We want to make sure we keep it all where it needs to be. Now we're just going to open this. And you know what? Save that, right? Because you could make a little gift card holder. You could put this right in the corner and slip your little gift card right there. Very pretty. So let's go ahead and get this run through. And that is our last one that we have to die cut. Now, this one's going to go kind of fast because we don't have any coloring. We're going to stamp our message on the inside, and then I have already colored our flowers for us. But I do want to show you those flowers and the stamps that we're using because it's so pretty. Okay, and now let the magic happen, right? Okay, here we go. Look at that. Wow. Now, something else I did, and I don't know that we're going to do it, but I'm kind of thinking maybe this might be pretty on the front of it. And all we have to do is once we glue it down, we just make a little slit right there. So let me know if you think I should add that frame around there. Let me know. Okay, so while we're doing that, I'm going to slip this on the inside. We're going to close it. And now I'm just going to draw a little line just to give me an idea of where the center is, just so I kind of keep it where I need to keep it. And okay, so here we have it. Now look at this beautiful stamp set we're going to use, y'all. Let me see if I can read it. May the dreams you hold dearest come true, and the kindness that you share come back to you. Oh, isn't that pretty? Now, I think it's going to stamp really well. So I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. Going to tap again just to get it going. Really good. Tap, tap, tap. You may need to tap, tap, tap more than 3 times, right? More like 6 times. Okay, and we're going to put this right in the center. And I'm just going to hold it. Now, if it's not dark enough, I hope it's dark enough. Oh, yes. Pretty, pretty. Now, I want to go ahead and remove that line. Now, you be careful because this ink isn't quite dry yet. Now, how many times have you done that? You start to erase it and you smear your ink. So, be careful when you do this. I want to make sure it's dry. Okay. Can I erase that? There we go. Now, we're very excited because we actually have a couple YouTube shorts that almost hit 10,000 views. Oh my goodness. And our most popular YouTube short was about vellum. It almost had 8,000 views. Woo! Where is my applause? Very excited about that. I don't know. People just seem to love anything about vellum, right? Anything we can learn about vellum. Now, this stamp is from Covered in Sunshine. And it has beautiful stamps in it. So pretty. Just love it. Hey, Glow. Welcome. So happy you're here with us. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this down right in the middle of the card. And let's see how that looks. Now, let me know. I'm waiting for you to tell me if you think we should put that frame around the outside. Now here we have it. And this would kind of make it stand out a little. What do you think? Does it need the frame? Or does it not need the frame? Now remember, we're going to have a belly band on this, and we're going to make that right now. But let me know, frame? No frame? Let me know. Okay, so let's make our belly band. Now I want to show you this fantastic stamp set. If you don't have it, you'll really want to get it because this is one of my favorite flowers. I love to be able to do the two-step process because it does all the work for you, right? You don't have to worry about it. So let me show you. Let me see. I thought I had a piece of paper, but I don't, so I'm just going to stamp on this piece of paper so I can show you how pretty it is. Now, on the background, we're going to use Flirty Flamingo, and on the top, we're going to use Poppy Parade. So I'm just going to bring in the background, and look at this. Okay, look how pretty that is. Let's go in a little closer. I just want to show you what this, yes. First time watching, Nell, welcome. Let's welcome her, crafting friends. My goodness. So happy you joined us. Now we're going to come in with a darker color. And remember, this is for the inside of the flower. So I need to turn it like this. Let's see. I have made a mess on my crafting table. But isn't that what it's all about? The messier you are, the better it is and the more fun you're having. So let's see what that looks like. Oh my goodness, I love that. Ah, and it's really not hard. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, I also stamped, I was trying this afternoon thinking, well, maybe with Early Espresso or maybe Night of Navy. But I do think Maudie picked out for me Poppy Parade, and I think that is best. So what I did was, I went ahead, look what I did. I cut out, I stamped all those flowers, and let me see, there we go. Get it back off a little bit, and look at them. Aren't they pretty? I mean, I think that's the perfect color coordination. The Flirty Flamingo and Poppy Parade. I think it is so, so pretty. So let's go ahead and put our belly band together, and that does not look like it's going to be long enough. Woohoo! I do not think so, but maybe I can fix it. Let's see. So we will, I think, oh yeah, it's just barely long enough. And I think I read that put the frame, I think, yep, frame. Everybody likes the frame? Okay. Well, let's get that on there then. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. You know, you look at this card and you might think, oh, too much going on there. But really, you can see that there's not really too much. So let's go ahead and line those points up. Get everything where it needs to be. Okay, there we go. And now let me see if I can cut this with our little snips. Oops, I think I can. There we go. We just snip it. And just snip it. And look, I think you're right. I think that looks really pretty. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue right here. And just hold that down. I'm going to get my fingers really sticky here. Everyone is saying yes, yes. Half glue. I love this stamp set. Welcome, Ermelinda. Welcome. I don't see your name. Ermelinda. Welcome. But I see my sister Maudie said hello to you, so I knew you were there somewhere. Okay, so that's going to go to the back. But I do want to go ahead, and I'm just using a coordinating color. So we're going to go ahead, and I went ahead and embossed that. We're just going to lay that down. And now this one's a little bit different. Just want to make sure I have enough border. This one's going to be like the one I showed you earlier. It's going to have a diamond on it though, instead of a square. So let's get that laid down. Everybody says you have a lot of wiggle time with this glue, but I don't have a lot of wiggle time. Hey, aloha, Lisa. Aloha. I guess you're from Hawaii. Are you over there right now? Goodness. Okay, so we're now going to put down this square and we're going to lay it flat. So let's just add our glue right here. And let's make sure that those stitched dies, that we leave the stitching up, right? Love the stitched dies. Love it. And a little tip with that, if you don't have stitched dies, you can take a black pen and just put little marks around your paper and it'll look like it's stitched. So not to worry if you don't have these stitched dies. Now I'm going to set this one up on dimensionals. Does anyone have any big plans for this weekend? We don't. I was getting my taxes all ready. I thought I had a meeting tomorrow and Maudie reminded me, get your taxes, you have that meeting. I forgot all about it, so I was rushing all afternoon. And then I get a phone call early nighttime, and they said, oh, we have to reschedule for next week. It's a blessing in disguise, right? I will take it. Okay, so now we're just going to put that square down. And this is from the Stitch Shape dies. Now, this is a 3-inch square, so you could do it yourself. Checking in from California. Oh my goodness, I bet you're having beautiful weather. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add some of these flowers, but I'm going to put them up on dimensionals. And why do we do that? Well, we do that so that we can add our leaves underneath them, right? So let's go ahead and add one there. And then I have 2 smaller ones to add. Love this stamp set. Remember, we have one more to show you. I think I'll put that. And then, because I'm going to put, ooh, look how pretty that's going to be. Ooh, I love that. Love those leaves. I told Maudie this afternoon I don't really like them, but I do when you cut them out. Look at that. What do you think about that? I'm loving it, loving it. Now I'm going to go ahead, I think I'll put this guy just down here and I'm going to not set him up. Well, no, I need to because I have some more leaves, right? Okay. Well, is everybody having pretty good weather? I mean, I know it's kind of cold, but are we over all the terrible storms? I hope so. So I'm just going to tuck that under. Let's get that. Got that. And then I went ahead and I stamped just a few little leaves that I'm going to stamp. Okay. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Okay, I think that's probably enough leaves. I can go crazy with leaves, right? But we will want to put some little rhinestones on there. I forget to do that. Maudie is very good. She puts rhinestones on all hers and they just look so precious. Okay, so here it is with that beautiful frame that y'all said put on there. Yes, and then you just put that belly band down. Let's make sure. And bring it over and it hides your message. Look at that. See, that's why this gatefold is so special because they don't know what's under there. There's a special little little prize there. Okay, up. There we go. I just wanted to do that so y'all could see it close up. No, not really. I forgot how to bring it further away. Unusually mild winter. You know, Carol, here in southern New Mexico, I don't feel like we've had a winter, which is sad because we do have seasons, but I wanted my snow and we didn't get snow this year. Okay, here are our two cards. So what I want you to do is, if you are watching from the rebroadcast, take a moment, let us know which is your favorite card. Now, I am searching for our cute little guy. Where is that? Oh, and I said I was going to put some beautiful, look at these rhinestones. Love them, love them. And so let's put them, I don't know, I don't really have a lot of room, do I, to put some rhinestones, but maybe if we just kind of put it on the green leaf, maybe, just to cause it to sparkle a little bit. Can never have too much glitter, right? So here are the cards we made tonight. And let me see, we're gonna get rid of that. And here is the card I showed you earlier now, but I don't think I took it off, or did I? We're going to take that belly band off. Oh, I think I did take it off. And look at that. Now, see, we use that technique on that sentiment to go straight across, and it works so well. A lot of times we use Post-it notes to do the matting like that, but this repositional tape works really well. Okay, but remember I told you I had another card to show you. Look at this one. This one says, "You're a friend like no other." And you're waiting. You take this off and look at, we have a bunny thinking of you. And he has a little butterfly on his nose. And we use that sentiment technique to cover it up so that we could stamp right over it. Oh, Glow, thank you so much. You have to let us know which you like the best. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to get a little closer. There we go. I don't know. You can take a screenshot of these so you could recreate them. You can recreate them this weekend, right? You got something to do. You needed a little inspiration. Well, here is our inspiration. And we have all different kinds. We have friend, hello, happy birthday. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I like this one. I like flowers. Well, ladies, thank you. And gentlemen, if there's a gentleman there, thank you so much. We hope that you enjoyed our video. We hope that you let us know below which is your favorite. We would love to know. And we hope that you go out and have a fantastic weekend. Go out, make it a great day on Friday. Check out our Facebook and our website for all the measurements. And thank you so much for spending your time with us. Monty and I just appreciate it so much. Bye-bye.